Hey, we're live.
We're live. I'm alive.
Hello to anyone watching after the first 7 seconds. Uh, this is Amber Chat number 4. Welcome. It's your chance to talk to Amber and her last chance to put in even less effort.
Yes. Amber Chat Quattro Chat Amber.
We're going multilingual tonight, are we, Amber? We have
Sure.
two viewers already. So
De
if you're
trois
watching,
quatre.
tell us who you are and where now we have 4 viewers. Hey,
Oh my God.
and Bridget
All right.
and Josh. Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Yes. So we're
What?
glad to make it. Who else? It says we got 7 people now. Who else is watching? Let us know.
All right. So, Russell, what was the weather like in New York City today?
Well, it was partly sunny, partly cloudy, and around 42 degrees, I think. So not a horrible day. I went out for a short trek.
Yeah.
How about in Burlington?
It was cold. I mean, it got up to like 34, but the wind was blowing, and I went out for a walk, and it was cold. The wind chill. Yeah.
And I wonder what the weather is like in California, where P.A. Cooley is watching.
Oh, hello there. Yes, you live in Oakland. Hello, P.A. Cooley. Nice seeing you. P.A. Cooley was one of those few special people in the world who received an amber Christmas tree ornament. Yes.
They are rare and hard to find. If you got one, you're very lucky.
Oh, he had his tree is pretty gay without it. That's for sure.
He says it's pretty chilly there. It must be like what, 70, 75?
Yeah. Feel sorry for you, but at least all the smoke must be gone. That must be good. Oh, that was terrible out there for a while. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Well, or as South Park called it, all the smug.
Yes, that was a good episode.
He said it's 59, says Paul Andrew out in Oakland.
That's close to his age as well.
Ooh, giving away secrets, big secrets. So who else is watching? It says there's 6 of you. We only got 3 so far.
Yes.
If someone would like to come on and he says, are we both tired? Talking about the butt ball. Well, eventually the butt ball does wear out.
No. It's I mean, I think custom is we can have it up till Groundhog's Day. Yes, I think that's the custom of Grandma LeMay's holiday butt ball. Yes.
I think sometimes she would stuff it in the groundhog's hole to keep it in there.
Smells like Grandma. She would always say, "Deck the halls with my Pall Malls," and that's what she'd do. It was great.
And hey, if you can still smell the butt ball, you don't have COVID.
Very true.
Every morning, Amber gets up and sniffs that thing.
I taste something. I said, you eat stuff and you go, "God, did I really taste that?" So you have to eat something else, to make sure you taste things, because sometimes it's just habit.
Is there written information about the butt ball? Well, now that's.
I wrote a song about it many years ago that I discovered on an old thumb drive this year. And I thought about reviving it, but I'm going to work on that because I think it's a nice story. We could pair that up with Lucy Bell's Okra Angel, and have a little story there.
Every time you sniff a butt ball, an Okra Angel gets its wing.
Oh.
So, Mr. Cooley, you want to come on and talk to Amber? I'm sure she would appreciate it. So if anybody would like to, send us an email to amberlemaylive@gmail.com. And if you get selected to come on the show, I will send you the link to come in and chat with us. So Amber's got lots to talk about, but she wants to hear what you have to say.
That's right. Give me some questions. I'd love to have some questions.
So many people have questioned you over the years, and for so many different reasons.
Multiple police departments. That's you're known by the company you keep, Russell.
Yeah, well, that's why I moved away, apparently.
Yes, yes, you never go away. It's oh my.
So
Let's see.
14 people are watching. Tell us who you are. Say hi.
Yes, say hi to us. Did you see last week's show? Tell us if you saw last week's show. That was such a good show. I really liked that. And what was your favorite part of last week, or any of the past shows that we've had? We've had 41 of them. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen a few. So tell us what you liked about it, or what you would like to see in a future episode of Amber Live, because we're going to still do this. Oh yeah, yes it would. What is this?
Somebody wants you to spill the beans.
I I will not say that on the air. Not the one he thinks I want to, or that he knows I want to. A secret about Russell. Russell has lots of secrets that no one knows. That's what I know. That's what I know.
They're all locked away. Yeah, I bet Amber knows a few secrets about you. I've heard stories.
PA and I, when we met, we actually only hung out together for about a year and a half, 2 years, until he moved to San Francisco, and that was 30 years ago.
Why is it people move so far away from you?
Well, to see if life's better, and they realize it's not, And so we only had that short, brief time to develop a friendship, but it's lasted 30 years. And I love it when he comes back to Vermont. And I've been out to see him as well. So I was planning on going out there this summer to see him, but, couldn't do it because of COVID. So I'll be out there.
Yeah. Now he wants to know a secret about Amber. I don't think there are any secrets about Amber. She's pretty open. She airs her dirty laundry in public, and sometimes the cops tell her to put it away. But
that's it. Nope. Amber doesn't have many secrets. That's yeah. She can't kiss and tell because she doesn't kiss. She'd like to, but she doesn't.
Now Bridget wants to know all the secrets. I don't know, Bridget.
We try to keep this a PG show.
Yes. There are some we can't tell, but
let's see. We'd like to know again anything you would like to see on Amber Live. Anything you have liked on our show, because we're starting our second season on this Sunday, and so we're adding a few new segments here and there, and we'd just like to have some ideas.
PA says he can't come on. I think that's what he said last week too, if I remember.
That's all right. If I had a husband as good looking as his, I wouldn't mess with this either. Hi, Lando. Yeah, that's for sure. Oh, yeah, I'm really excited about this week's show, Russell. We're adding that new segment, Pass the Tea, with Angela Mansberry and Sherry Poppins, two delightful drag queens from New York City. And they're going to be talking about RuPaul's Drag Race, and I'm sure they'll have some other comments about social activities as well.
Maybe secrets about Amber. Although the only way you've met them has been on Amber Live, and they have been on the show before, which is wonderful. So we're happy to have them back and have them more involved, because they are a lot of fun. So
yes,
could be a good segment.
So, and they are they're in Queens, aren't they?
I believe they're both in Astoria.
Yeah.
Ooh. They live not far from me. I have seen Angela perform in person. But I don't think I've ever seen Cherry perform live. So,
was that at the Albatross?
It was at the Albatross. Yes, our friend Chris and I went over there, and we saw Angela Mansberry doing her murder mystery extravaganza.
Oh, I bet you that was fun.
I forget what the name of it was, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah, she takes a episode of Murder, She Wrote, and they break it up, and then at each pause, the audience has to vote on who they now think the killer is. And then at the next pause, you get to vote again, and you vote using your drink tickets. that you get whenever you buy a drink. You get a ticket to vote with, and then at the end of the show, they pull one ticket, and the winner gets more drinks.
Well, if I recall, our visit to the Albatross with Lucy Bell, we didn't need many more drinks.
No.
Wasn't it like 2 for 1, or did they just give us shots?
They just kept giving us shots in between drinks. They used to do that a lot there. I don't know if they still do that as much, but it used to be every time you bought a drink, you'd get a shot. And it got rather messy, yes.
Lucy Bell, another round! Another round!
Yeah, somebody should have put her in a round somewhere.
She was suffering the next day, too, if you remember.
All her own fault.
Oh, that was going back to Poughkeepsie.
Yes. So, I see. So John Olson is watching. Hi, John.
Hi, John.
You can visit us if you would like, John. We had a nice chat with you the last time you were on.
Yes.
Oh, Bridget says, "Whiskey, cheers."
It's good for you.
Cheers. In my nice Amber Live mug.
Yes.
Which, if you're watching and you want an Amber Live mug, you can get the merchandise at amberlive.tv. You can be as lovely as Amber.
Yes. I'd like to have that every morning on your breakfast table.
That would be great. There's also an opportunity, if you're watching right now.
Yes.
If you'd like to try to win one, you can go to amberlive.tv and there's a button that says click to win. And if you go in there, you can enter to win a hoodie and a mug from Amber Live. So we'd be happy to have you enter that. And we'll be happy to send the winner one or both of those items.
Yes. That'll save you some bucks.
Yeah. Amber, have you heard about the Ratatouille musical?
No.
Oh my goodness. See, this is what happens when you don't spend enough time on TikTok.
I guess.
Or you're in the wrong channel on TikTok.
Going down the wrong rat hole.
It's a TikTok musical that happened because the story as I know it, and I could be wrong, but apparently like last August or so, this woman wrote a song as if it was coming from a Ratatouille musical, and she sang it on TikTok, and everybody went, "Oh my God, we've got to do this." And so it has now become this huge production with a lot of famous people in it. And I forget who all's in it. I want to say that Titus Burgess is involved and a lot of people. And it's now a fundraiser for the Actors Fund, which is that same company or nonprofit that the Christmas Carol that Vermont Stage was involved with.
Yes.
Was raising money for. And also Curtain Up Beer gives to the Actors Fund too.
The Happy Hour guys.
The Happy Hour guys, correct. And so the tickets are on sale, although apparently they've already sold 50,000 tickets to watch this, and I think they're only $5, but tickets are on sale on one of the web apps, Today Tickets, I think. But it was so popular that it's crashed the app and they're repairing it right now, so you can't get a ticket. But they promise they'll have them up again for sale soon.
Well, I hope that person who made the first song, I hope they get something out of it.
Well, if she needs it, that would be great. Yeah, if she's an actress or a writer or whoever she is, I hope they support her too. Because what a great project. So, and I think the first airing of it was on the 1st, or you can start watching it on the 1st. I think you get a ticket and then it streams, and you have 72 hours to watch it. So should be an interesting production. TikTok creates an entire musical.
Well, that's 2020. You can say a lot of bad things, which can be said about 2020, but it also has created really some interesting things as well. Amber Live included, but really some interesting people have found new ways to be creative. And it's challenged us. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that creativity is coming out in all directions from people, and I'm sort of hoping that when this is all over, that the level of creativity, and everybody who's been suffering through it and made it through it sort of rises out of the ashes like a phoenix, like let's go on to a much better place.
I
Now that we
agree.
got who out of there.
Well, he's not gone yet.
Not gone yet, I know. And Mitch McConnell's still around blocking every stimulus he can. So did you watch any of that today or keep up with it, Amber?
Oh, how disgusting. How just utterly disgusting. He was saying, oh, we don't want to do this because it'll give the Democrats and their rich friends money. Give them $2,000 friggin' dollars,
Well, and so don't give to rich people.
I agree.
Give it to people who are under a certain income level who need it,
Well, under 70, but, I'm sorry.
Still...
I think it should be, maybe under, if people are still working, maybe even lower than that.
But
that's what I'm saying.
Bridget says, "Oh my God, don't get me started. Made me so mad." You are correct, Bridget.
You may vent, Bridget. You may vent.
I missed this. Bridget says her favorite part of the show is the headlines at the beginning.
Oh, well, thank you. We want to thank our good friend David Hansen for writing most of those. He does a great job. We send him a few ideas, but mainly he comes up with them, and we talk about them. We edit them a little bit, and then we present them. Yeah, I have fun doing that, and it's really nice having someone write it. It gives a different perspective to things, and I think it adds a little. It's not all my voice or Russell's voice. Mm-hmm. It's someone new. Yes, I agree with you.
It does take a whole team to run this show, so we're always happy to have everybody who's helping. It's really kind of amazing how many people have put in effort to keep Amber on the air.
Yes, keep me locked in my basement.
And of course, you can always support us using the Venmo at RJD Pro to help keep us on the air. And we do really appreciate that from everybody. So,
yes, when you get your $600,
yes, you can send it right to Amber.
The hell with rent, food. You put on some pounds. You can do without some food.
Yeah. If you're one of the rich Democratic friends, you can send it to Amber live. And then Mitch McConnell won't feel so bad.
All my Democratic friends are not rich.
Apparently you hang out with the wrong people.
I guess. Keep Amber. Oh, I like that, John. Keep Amber live. Yeah. It sounds like a kidnapping, an extortion letter or something. I was
going to say, that might encourage Mark LeBlanc to do something.
Yeah. With a big cross, a big slash over it.
That's Keep Amber's liver. Don't worry, John. She does.
Oh yeah, I did go to the liquor store today. It wasn't that cold out.
It's never too cold for vodka.
Well, I don't have to go for a couple of weeks now, so that's good. Unless things get really bad.
How much did you buy? Did you rent a car to drive it back?
No, it was platinum. You don't have to buy it. It's fairly cheap.
No, I didn't say that it was expensive. I just said how much for 2 weeks.
2 handles. That'll last me more than 2 weeks. Unless.
Yeah, well, we won't be to the inauguration day yet on those two. So.
All right, so bad news, sad news today. Dawn Wells passed away. Mary Ann from Gilligan's Island. Who liked watching Gilligan's Island? Did you have a favorite episode? Or who was your favorite character on Gilligan's Island? I always like slapstick comedy, so Gilligan was probably mine. But I always had a little crush on the professor. Well,
they all did their own slapstick at times. Gilligan, the biggest of the bunch. But
I'm usually not into eggheads, but that professor, there was something about him. Maybe it was his khakis or chinos or whatever they were called. So,
Amber thought she could learn something.
we used to watch, or we used to play Gilligan's Island back in Beaver Pond as kids. We'd all take up different characters. Lucy Bell had to be Ginger, of course, and I'd be Mary Ann because I'd be the sweet, innocent one. And Marguerite was Mrs. Howe, of course. Cousin Craig was Mr. Howe, of course. Let's see, and Bo was Gilligan. Yeah, Bo was Gilligan, and Cousin Bones was the skipper because he had his own boat on Beaver Pond. So we had to make him be the skipper because he would.
So who was the professor?
The professor. Who was the professor?
I would have guessed Craig, but you said
who was it? Was it now Cousin Crystal? What she would do? She always played the guest. You know how they always had outside people coming to the island who would never take them back. Cousin Crystal, because of her actressing skills, she could always be whoever that person was. But the professor, I have to think about who was the professor. I don't think it was Hank. But Craig, yeah, maybe Craig was.
So long ago.
It was.
Bridget says the skipper made her laugh. Who else like Gilligan's Island that's watching? Let us know what your thoughts are on it.
So last night I was flipping channels and I watched Night and Day. It's the movie based on the life of Cole Porter, but it didn't tell all the stories. But in the credits beforehand, it said Alan Hale was in it, but it was Alan Hale's senior, not Alan Hale Jr., the skipper. It was his father who was in it. That's
interesting.
It was a cute movie. It was good, but like I said, there was a few lines that insinuated that Cole wasn't straight.
Sounds like it must have been quite an old movie if it was his father.
yeah, it was Cary Grant, and I forget who the woman was, but Eva Arden was in it. Mary Martin played herself. Monty Woolley played himself. Fun character actor. Fun. Okay, I'm about ready to die here.
Amber needs to get her power plugged in. She
forgot.
Right, you get a close up. It's a desperate close up to save it.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
I meant to do that before we started, but I didn't.
Look, I don't have a fun background in. Let's put up a new background.
Yes.
So, Amber, what are you doing for New Year's? Are we looking at it?
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Looks like you've moved your camera to one side a little bit there.
I probably did when I closed it. That's good.
Don't want to see all the secrets behind the scenes at Amber Live Productions.
Well, this week I have spent some time down in the studio rearranging, condensing things, throwing some things out, making more room for who knows why. But
and what was the weirdest thing you found?
Oh, shoot. I'll have to think about that because there was some. Where the hell did that go? Or I wish I'd had this 3 weeks ago. But I have a whole box of old posters and show orders, and so that's going to be a job to go through. That's.
You probably don't need the show orders anymore. You could make a nice collection of one or two copies of each one, so you have them. But
yeah, I'm thinking about somehow, putting them on our website, making, creation things, because it's pretty fun to go back and say, oh gosh, we did that song that long ago. I mean, we're talking the mid 90s when we started doing shows.
It's been a day or two.
Yes. So does anybody else have any plans for New Year's Eve?
John Olson, what are you doing for New Year's? He's usually out partying somewhere. Well, speaking of partying, Big Jake.
Okay. We know someone's going to be doing something tomorrow night.
There he is.
Hey there, Josh.
Hi.
Hey,
Hey.
what are your plans for New Year's?
Well, tomorrow, I've been waiting for a long time to plan this, and so here it is. Big J is performing some Michael Jackson songs tomorrow night.
Now, where are you going to do this, or how are you going to do that? Where can we watch that?
You can, so everybody that can follow me on my Facebook, my regular page, just go to my regular name, and then you'll see the notifications when I perform.
All right. So, what time do you think you'll be doing that?
I will be performing from 8 o'clock until 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern.
Oh my goodness.
So I have a lot of lists to do before I get the show rolling.
Yeah. So, are you having any costume changes?
I might do that. Yeah.
You got
So,
a fancy new Michael Jackson costume recently, right?
That is still coming. Yes.
Oh, it hasn't arrived yet.
It hasn't arrived yet, but I did get some, new things that my grandparents gave me, which is the light up shoes. But that's a little sneak peek. They're gonna see the light up shoes with just that. But I'll still be wearing some costume changes here and there.
oh, that's great. So, what's some of the songs you're going to be doing?
So if I was doing it at the Winter is a Drag Ball, I'll be doing it for some of my favorites like Billie Jean, Smooth Criminal, The Way You Make Me Feel, and one of my classic favorites from the Jackson 5, maybe a little bit of that, and then heading over to the spooky songs like Thriller and all the other stuff.
I like, gotta be starting something, want to be starting something.
Yeah.
Amber's always starting something.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of starting things, John Olson says the German Club.
The German Club.
They don't
that is now the Samuel D. Champlain Club, John Olson.
They're not having an event this year, are they?
I don't know. He's going to get his lederhosen there, I bet. So, Josh, with your new shoes, some people might say you're light in the loafers.
Oh yeah, I mean, when I got the new shoes, I was very, very surprised how they looked out, and I tested them out today, and they look fantastic. So
now, do they stay on all the time, or just when you step down, or?
The hard part is that it's hard to spin because the sole is in the rubber, but the rest of it can light up and it can change to different colors as well.
Well, that sounds like fun.
I've been waiting since I used to go with Mango Jam for New Year's Eve, but however, during the pandemic, I usually, I never actually got to perform for a while, so I thought I'm just gonna go on Facebook and do some Michael Jackson tributes.
Well, how good for you. That's it. You got to make lemonade, don't you?
I bet I do.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions there, Josh? Anything you're going to look forward to, or?
Let's see. Just like I said from last week's show, I said to get organized and continue to bring your entertainment around the country. So that's what I love doing.
That sounds like a good one. That sounds like a really good thing to do.
Yeah.
So everybody else out there watching who's joining us, what are you doing for New Year's? Let us know. Josh wants to know.
If you're having a party, I'd say invite me, but I don't want to go to any parties this year.
Amber won't show up anyway unless it's Zoom, and even then.
Yeah. Russell, we should work out something like the cameo things that people do. We should think about doing that.
Start doing some cameos. We could do that.
Yes, that's where people say, "Hey, Amber, I want you to send a video message to my mom or my sister or my boss." And we say, "Hey, tell us more about your boss," and we do a video and we send it to you.
You say, "Hey, give us your credit card number."
Yes. Do Venmo.
Yep. Well, we can see if Cameo will let us join. Although I understand they're a little picky sometimes.
I'm sure they are. Coco's going to be sleeping. What time you going to sleep, Coco? What time do you think you'll be nodding off?
6:30.
I saw today the New York City police were saying no one come to Times Square, no one comes to Times Square. But why are they even having anything down there? To me that shows a little bit of elitism. That they can be down there, the stars can be down there, but the common people can't. It's
It is. I mean, it's no worse though than if they had just set up state. I mean, they want to create a show so they can show it on TV. And I mean, would it be less elitist if they did it on a soundstage somewhere?
well,
Probably safer to do it outside where there's more airflow. So
well, I think if it was in a sound studio, people couldn't say, "Well, I should be there." Or I don't know. It just seemed that would be more restrictive and totally different than if you're outside. But it'll be interesting to see what precautions they take. If you see people with masks on, or if they walk up to the microphone and take their mask off. But
so Coco says 9:00.
9:00, Coco.
That's the time I end my show.
Pushing the limit. We'll have time to see Josh and go to bed. So anybody else out there want to join us? If you would like to be on the show tonight, you can send your questions to us on the chat, or if you want to be on the show, send an email to amberlemay@gmail.com. We are here, and we want to hear from you.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Anybody?
Who's out there just looking for things to do on a Wednesday night?
Got a bunch of voyeurs out there, I think. They're just watching.
They don't want to tell us who they are. Who else is out there? Send us a message. Tell us where you are. Tell us who you are. Tell us what you'd like to see Amber doing.
Hey.
Well, not that way. That's for OnlyFans. Or, as Amber's account is known, OnlyFan. If you want to be on the show, send an email to
Oops. Stop it. Stop it.
Stop it. It's like a horrible echo.
I know. Well, I was just posting saying, we're live now. Come on in. I saw some people who are liking it, but they aren't making themselves known.
Yes, there are some out there hiding.
I'm looking at you, Susan. Mm-hmm.
So guys, I'll be switching to my computer, so it makes it easier, but I'll be right back, you guys.
All right.
All right. See you, Josh.
See ya.
Goodness. So what else happened today? Oh, New Year's Eve tomorrow, there's an event that we talked about on our show.
Yes, Higher Ground.
I was thinking about Emoji's event. Is that it?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Well, it's usually at Higher Ground. Yeah. But they're new Queer Eves. Yes.
Yeah. There it is. And I believe if you want to go get tickets to that, you can do it at their website, which is Night Pain, like champagne and nightmare combined.
Yes. Yeah. And on Sunday they said if you type in Amber, you get $5 off. So try that.
Once again, Amber's worth $5.
Hey, times are tough. Times are tough.
So she'll take it all. So who else is out there? What else happened today that was interesting? Who had an adventure? Let us know.
Yes.
Or come on and chat with us.
Yes. Were you working today, or you were not working and had some fun? One thing I saw today, Dan Levy, I ran across him. He was on the show where they eat the hot sauce.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Really hot
sauce? Yeah. And it was really nice seeing him outside of his David character. Because when I saw him on that Christmas movie that was on that I didn't care for, Seasons something or other, he was more like he was just like David. You know, it was the same type of gay character, but as a person, he was funny, but he was interesting and didn't have the mannerisms that David had or that character he did in that movie. But it was really interesting watching him, and he's done a lot.
And was he able to eat the hot sauce?
Yes, he went to number 10. Yes, he did.
Wow.
He did say, I'm feeling panicky. Do other people feel panicky? And the guy said,
I mean,
yes.
I love hot sauce, but there is a limit eventually.
Yeah, this one was like 2,000 kilowatts or whatever it is.
Scovilles.
Yeah. But no, it was really interesting watching him. And it was
2,000 or 2 million.
I don't. It was a lot. It was high. But I guess he got him on the monolith. No, that monolith bothers me. You know what we're talking about, Russell?
The one that appeared in Vermont somewhere?
Yeah, and then disappeared. Now is back.
Where is it?
In Pittsfield. Where there's enough technology that why didn't someone set up a camera to keep an eye on it? You know, does it just appear out of the ground, or is someone carrying it in and then carrying it out? You know, I'm not sure about all this. The same thing, the one that was it the Grand Canyon, the first one?
The Grand Canyon. There was one in Europe somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, why isn't someone camped out there beside it? You know,
I think they caught someone taking the one in the Grand Canyon, didn't they?
I don't know about that. But that's it. You'd think they would guard it just to keep people from messing with it.
Yeah. So Michelle, what are your thoughts on the monolith, and have you seen it? Let us know.
Yes.
It's an interesting. I mean, the first one was most interesting. Some of the other ones are I'm like, yeah. You know,
and the news reports, you know, come on, give us some details. You know, does it look like was it dug in? You know, was there dirt around where they dug a hole? What are there seams in it? Is it hollow or is it solid? I don't know if I have those answers. Maybe we need an investigative team here at Amber Live.
Maybe we do. Maybe we could send Big J out to find out.
Big J,
Hey.
investigative reporter. We'll get him a press pass and a badge. You need a badge. So,
Michelle says Utah.
Yeah, but I don't see those details. You know, about any of them. Yeah. Oh, it's there. Oh, it's gone. You know.
Yeah. They come and go so quickly around here.
Yeah.
Now, Bridget wants to know: do you like Star Wars or Star Trek or both? What is it?
Fantastic question. I am a definitely huge fan of Star Wars, and I love watching the movies.
I would say I like both, but as far as Star Wars go, I mean, for both of them, I always kind of preferred the originals. The first 3 Star Wars were the best, and then the Star Trek, I would say Star Trek, and now I can't think of the next one. The one that had Jean-Luc Picard on it the first time. That was very good.
Yeah.
Michelle,
I'm not a science fiction fan. Yeah. Or a fan, or a fantasy fan either. That's so I kind of miss those.
Hey, Josh, we can hear you. You have to mute you if you're going to play other things. Michelle says they showed the base and it has a seam.
Okay. Well, thank you.
And John Olson says, isn't there someone in Beaver Pond that investigates beavers?
Not that I know of.
Don, I think you should come on the show. I'll send you an email and you can come on and tell us about investigating beavers.
Don't worry about that, guys. I was just talking to some of my other friends that were on my phone, but I'll still talk to you guys too.
Well,
yeah.
But yep. So I'm very excited. It's my first New Year's Eve virtually, and I can
and I explained how much that you guys mean a lot to me and to all my fans as well. So thank you all so much for following me on social media, following me on Twitch, everywhere.
You're everywhere.
Everywhere. So Michelle says the other one was in Utah, and they did watch some local rock climbers disassemble it and haul it away.
Well, thank you, Michelle. You're more up on this than I am. I guess I'm just not paying attention.
Oh, and Cindy says investigating is Bucky Snatcher's job.
Bucky Snatcher, our game warden. Yeah, sweet.
Yes.
So, Cindy, well, I was talking earlier about how as kids in Beaver Pond, we would play Gilligan's Island, and Lucy Bell had to be Ginger, of course, and I was the innocent one, so I was Mary Ann, and Marguerite was Mrs. Howe, yeah, and Bo was Gilligan, and Bones was Skipper because he had the rowboat and would take everybody out in the rowboat, and I couldn't remember, was Cousin Craig Mr. Howe or the Professor? And I said, I remember you were always the extra person on the island that would come, all of a sudden appear, airplane crash, or be a native. With your actressing skills, you were able to morph yourself into all those other characters. But I couldn't remember if Cousin Craig was the Professor or Mr. Howe, and then who was the other person who played with us. Can Cousin Crystal remember any of that? I don't know. I don't know.
It's hard saying.
Bucky Snatcher, maybe Bucky Snatcher was the Professor. Being the animal warden now, or the game warden. That could be. I don't know. Yeah. So, do you see where Gloria Gaynor is going to sing "I Will Survive" on New Year's Eve?
With a woman from Long Island, apparently.
Oh, yeah? And why is that? Because
I'm not sure. I just keep hearing a woman from Long Island. Oh, here we go. Cindy says that Cousin Craig was the Professor, but that Liza often guest starred too.
Yes. She was usually one of the natives, I think.
Embarrassingly so. I'm sure if she did it today, we'd have to stop showing those episodes.
Oh my. Yes. Well,
all right, I'm back.
All right, good. All right, I need to go away for a few seconds. So
Amber must need a refresh. So Josh, you can tell us more about your New Year's show.
So just like I said in a mention about New Year's Eve, since I used to perform with Mango Jam earlier for the past couple of years, and had an interesting story about that, but I'll talk about that later. But since I can't perform with Mango Jam, I thought it's time to do some Michael Jackson tributes, because I used to do that in high school as well. And so I thought it would be great to create a really great performance virtually this year.
I think that's great. There are a lot of people are doing virtual performances. If Cindy's still watching, and she wasn't watching earlier, we were talking about the TikTok production of the new Ratatouille musical.
Wow.
Been created because of TikTok, and a lot of people got together and said we have to do this. So, and Amber Live is virtual every week. So there's just all kinds of options out there for virtual entertainment. We are not doing a New Year's show because Amber wants to party on New Year's instead of working. She, never liked how drunk that Kathy Griffin and what's his name used to get on the air. So Amber wouldn't want to act crazy on air, not like that bunch in Times Square.
I'll be watching the ball drop. Are you guys gonna be watching the ball drop?
I don't know.
I think
Cindy Zook and I have spent a few New Year's Eves together. What are you doing tomorrow night, Cindy? What are you doing? There was one year that we did a progressive dinner. We went to one house for for cocktails. Then we went to another for hors d'oeuvres, and then another for soup, another for the main dish, another for dessert. And every hour, Cousin Bones and I would do a shot of root beer schnapps.
Oh,
Why?
no.
Why? Who knows?
Oh, no. Because I'm sure that wasn't the only thing you were drinking.
No. But by 11, 12 o'clock.
So Russell, if you ever come down to Vermont, check me and Mango Jam out because Amber knows a lot about Mango Jam.
Oh, yes. Love seeing you.
Yes.
Yes, Cindy Zook remembers the root beer schnapps.
She was probably cleaning it up for days.
Oh, it sounded like a good idea at the time.
So, Cindy, what are you doing for New Year's? Drinking root beer schnapps with Bones?
That'd be nice.
Well, it's better than being in Times Square this year.
Yeah.
I know
Now-
it's quite different this year.
Now, Russell, did you ever go to Times Square?
I've never done Times Square. I thought about it early on when I moved down here, but then I just kept hanging out with my friends who live north of the city. So I pretty much always go up there for New Year's. And in fact, when they told their daughter I wasn't coming this year, she was like, "What? How can you not be going?" And they were like, "No, not happening." So,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, since 9/11, you have to be there, spend all day there, and nowhere to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So, yes. Glop. Was it Goop or Glop?
What is Bob's pumpkin gulp or glop or goop?
It was an attempt at pumpkin soup that was a little thick.
Did we forget to puree it or add
I
some?
don't know. It was tasty.
Did you just microwave a pumpkin and show up with it, or what?
No, it was tasty. It was tasty with a nice crusty bread with it.
It doesn't sound like it goes with root beer very well, but
Oh, that root beer. That was crazy.
Yeah.
crazy.
That was with our good friend Bev and our good friend Susan Ainsworth. Yeah, that was a fun night. That was a
Is
fun night.
Amber doing any cooking tomorrow? Making anything special for the evening?
No, I know Lucy Bell likes to do her black-eyed peas, and last year, cousin Craig and I went over to Lucy Bell and Bo's trailer for their New Year's Day dinner, and it was really, really good because it had the greens and the black-eyed peas and something else. I forget what it was, but it was good. It was good. Lucy Bell does know how to cook.
She does.
Yeah.
She does, and most weeks she does a new recipe for everyone.
Oh, I love it when Lucy Bell cooks. Now it makes me feel I want to do some cooking, but I'm not quite sure yet.
Well,
Some of her recipes are pretty easy to do.
yeah.
Mhm.
She's
The
not
mac and
doing one
cheese.
this week. So, well,
Yeah.
Well,
Josh, you'll have to message in on Sunday and say that you miss Lucy Bell, that you wish she was on.
Oh yes, I'll have to make sure to tell her that. And I also, all the drag queens from Burlington, Vermont, thank you all so much for your support.
Yes. Yes.
That's our Lucy Bell.
That's who she is.
And I met Marguerite during one of the Winter is a Drag Ball, so that was a good chat.
Yes. Did you have to wipe your glasses off afterwards?
I bet she did.
Now,
Marguerite.
Poor Marguerite.
Yes. Yeah, we want to thank Cindy Zook. She's one of our new bustiers, so we appreciate that.
Nice.
We got some new bustiers and some new and some old bustiers, some repeat offenders this week. So
They were
that's always
sagging, so they
helpful.
boosted more. That was good.
Yeah. We also started broadcasting through our friend Stream Ally this week.
Yes.
So if you look look them up online. I don't have a link for them, but you can find Stream Ally and sign up for their newsletter, and you can find out how to watch Stream Ally or watch Amber Live through Stream Ally.
And they also advertise a bunch of other shows too from all over the country.
They
Wow.
do. Miss Richfield's Bingo and Varla Jean Merman and Coco Peru and the busy group.
Yes, and we're proud to be a part of it. Let's see, what is decoys are missing playing with the House of LeMay this year. Cousin Washburn is in the wood shop and Cousin Rob is in the butcher shop. Oh, machine shop. I know. We have for so many years, the House of LeMay performed at First Night in Burlington. I think we did it like 5 or 6 years.
That's where I met Amber the first time.
Yes, and we would do it with the decoys at the Flynn Space. And the first year, it was very cute. They only gave us one show at the 11 o'clock show, the last one. Well, there was a line outside to get into our show, and they had to turn people away. The next year, I think they gave us 3 shows, and each one sold out. Oh, it didn't sell out because you bought one button and you got into all the acts. Well, the third year, they said, hey, we can make some money off those girls. And so you had to buy a button and a ticket to get to our show, and we still sold out. So, and then there was one year where we did 3 shows downstairs. Then we went upstairs and did 2 appearances with Tim Cavanaugh on the main stage. So we were, oh my gosh, we were in drag from like 2 o'clock till midnight. Oh,
Wow.
we were pretty tired.
And stopping in at Reuben James or JP's in between each show, probably.
We went to ESOX a few times.
Oh,
Yes, we did. Yeah.
I've seen like a lot of amazing first night performances. When I first went to see it was, a really good feeling. I never actually experienced New Year's Eve in downtown Vermont, which is a great place to be at. And I've been to many, many performances there. And I think one time I actually did the first night with one of my favorite dance teachers, and we did a little number there. So I'll never forget that first time I performed.
Oh, there was one year where someone, me being a justice of the peace, said that someone called and said, hey, we would like to get married at midnight on the top of Church Street. Could you do that? And I said, well, I'm going to be in drag. They said, oh, great. We would love that. So our show ended at 11:30, and it was slushy and cold that night. And I brought in special boots to wear because I knew I had to walk to the top of Church Street. So I was in a hurry, got my stuff packed up so the girls could carry it away. And then I leave and head up on Church Street. Halfway up, I realized I didn't put my boots on. I had these thin heels on, and my feet just started freezing in the water and in the ice. And by the time I got up to the top of Church Street, I was pretty sad. But we did the ceremony just as the clock struck 12 at the church. And I said, congratulations. And then I was going to Bob's house, which is only like 5 blocks away. And I started walking, and I could barely walk because my feet were so cold. So I started thumbing. And this one couple was walking to their car. And I said, excuse me, can you help an old drag queen out? And they go, well, what would you like? I said, could you drive me home? I just live over there a couple blocks, and I'd really appreciate it. And they go, oh, yeah. So I never got their name, but I'm sure that is one of their favorite New Year's Eve stories, where they picked up a cold drag queen and drove her home.
But yeah, I see.
So, Cousin Crystal is the boostiest boostier.
Yes. Yeah. We wish you the boostiest.
I went to the very first night with Mike Hayes, Nancy Hayes, and Dan Healy.
Oh my God. Squealy Healy.
Yes.
Oh, so that was, 35 years ago or more? Yeah.
His first night been around that long? Wow.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. At the time that Burlington stopped, they were the oldest surviving first night, because I believe it started in Boston. And yeah.
John Olson says Amber has footwear dilemmas.
I try to wear sensible shoes, but I was on stage, so I had a little heel on, but I did. I had those boots, and damn it, if I didn't get. And you know who laughed? Lucy Bell thought that was funny.
I
Yeah.
bet you did. She probably drove by you and splashed you 3 or 4 times.
And then several New Year's Eves, we'd finish at the Flynn and then go to Serena and Don's house for a party. That was always fun too.
Oh, nice. If I ever have a party, yeah.
We've got Tim Kavanaugh.
Hey,
Yeah.
Tim, good to see you, bud.
Tim, that was so much fun when we would do that. Oh, but that one year, you wore us out. And Craig Hilliard still talks about the time you went up to him, like right before the curtain opened, and said, "Hey, I want you to change the song to do this, 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 this." And you know how Craig is. He rolled his big eyes and said, "Okay." And then he did it. Good to hear from you, Tim. Thinking about you, buddy.
Oh,
Yes.
that's Tim Kavanaugh, such a wacky good guy.
Yes, he is a good guy.
I hope he's having a great New Year's this year.
Yes, he deserves it. He deserves
He
it.
does.
You
He
know,
does. Everyone does this year, but
Yes,
Tim especially.
yes. Well, he had his he has a beautiful wife now, so Candy's a wonderful person. And there, I unplugged myself. Now, what did I do?
Amber's being a mess again.
Yeah.
but no worries. So in just 2 more years to go, Jenny and I will be ready to go.
You're going to get married then?
Not yet, Amber. We just have a lot of different planning before you get to perform with us.
That's right. I will perform your wedding.
Yep. So we invited all, like I said, we invited Lucy Bell and Marguerite if she's better.
We'll try to get her there. We'll try to get her there.
And Cindy says it was 1983. And
Nice.
she wished Tim a happy new year.
Yes.
Happy New Year to all of you.
Yes, we have a nice family. Burlington is a nice place to meet creative people and supportive people as well. Yeah, so that's great. That is great.
Oh.
So Russell, are you cooking anything? You're a good cook. Are you cooking anything tomorrow?
I am thinking. Remember the shrimp and grits we made at Johnny's house that one time?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do that tomorrow evening, and then I think for a hangover cure, I might do some sausage and biscuits on Saturday morning. So it'll be a southern event.
Ooh, sausage and biscuits. That sounds good.
Oh, sorry, biscuits and gravy is what
I knew what you were talking about.
but with sausage gravy. So John Olson says he worked with Tim Kavanaugh at the Radisson Hotel in 1988.
The Radisson.
Oh, wow, neat.
Is the Radisson long gone? What's it called?
Yeah.
What's it called now?
Well, it was the Radisson, then the Wyndham. Wasn't that the Wyndham? And now it's the Hilton.
It's the Hilton now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Radisson. Oh, Kathy Richards could tell you stories about the Radisson. She was a desk manager there, so I forget what her title was, but she ran the place. She did.
I'm sure. And Kavanaugh says hi to Johnny O.
Oh, reconnection.
Johnny O might join us in a minute or two.
Oh,
boy.
Oh, and Jason
Jason
Lamont.
Yes, he worked with Kathy at the Radisson.
So, Jason, what's the best story you have about the Radisson? Is that where did John Martin always used to stay at the Radisson?
Yes.
Yeah.
I never got to experience the Radisson.
I know Kathy has a story about Bob and the Radisson.
No, that may not be a story we want to hear.
I have one about John Martin too.
Oh, I bet you do.
Oh.
So who else has Radisson stories that's listening? It seems like there's a very Radisson crowd at the moment.
Well, if you lived in Burlington, that was probably a place that you could always get a job if you needed one. That's doing something.
Jason says he has too many to tell, but lots of stories with Mama Kathy. Surprises anyone.
There's so many stories to tell. So many. So do I.
John Olson, I sent you the link. Are you popping in?
If so, I may need to get another cocktail. So.
Well, go right ahead. Josh and I can hold down the fort if you want to run up and grab one.
Yep, we'll be here.
Maybe you can even talk Tim Cavanaugh into coming on if he wants to do that.
10 years of Radisson stories. There are so many.
10 years of
here. Cindy says Kathy arranged for her to meet Mikhail Berezhnikov at the Radisson.
Oh, very clever.
Oh. I could just see Kathy running around there. Because I guess there used to be a place where ladies of the evening would be hanging out.
At the Radisson?
Yeah, or that would be their meeting place.
Oh.
Yes.
I didn't realize there was a large population of them in Burlington, but I guess there's a few everywhere. So,
well.
Amber, how is it that you know about this?
Because Kathy told me stories.
Hanging out there.
And Jason knows too. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Now, did the Radisson arrange for any of those, or was
it was just Burlington was a town that had a lot of conventions, or people could come here and do stuff. Escorts, yes, escorts, and not the Ford type. Not the
Ford type. So we can't have that. John Olson, what happened to you?
Come on in, buddy.
Ask Kathy about a hostage situation regarding one of those ladies. That must have been an interesting evening at the Radisson.
I'll have to come by and see what the Radisson is all about.
Well, the Radisson is not the Radisson anymore, so I think Amber went off to get another. Look, John, you scared Amber away. Hey, you got a Christmas tree behind you.
I'll have to come by and see what it's all about.
Well, the Radisson is not the Radisson anymore, who's got their sound turned up? Amber went off to get another. That would be John. Hey, you got a Christmas tree behind you.
I do.
John, we can hear you twice. Do you have a headset you can wear, John?
Are you talking to me or John?
John.
Oh, okay.
He's there now.
Let's see. Can I still hear myself?
I do.
John, we can hear you twice. Do you have a headset? John, do you have a headset? It's like the old time, turn down the radio.
But yeah, so.
I do.
John. John, do you have a headset? He is way behind tonight. We are getting a horrible echo from you, John.
John always liked a little behind.
Yes,
I do. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's not working. That's too bad.
Fine. Yes. Do you do sign language, John?
I've got your mic turned off at the moment, but let's see.
Nope.
No, it's.
I can sign language a little bit because I learned a lot of different ones.
Let me see. I can't edit his. Oh, He left.
Well, I'm still here.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, John, get that thing taken care of. Yes.
Yeah. Maybe he can come back and join us if he fixes it, or maybe not tonight. That's unfortunate.
Yes.
All right, so
I went and got an extra drink for nothing.
I know. Now you're just going to have to drink and talk to Kathy. Or not Kathy, Cindy. Goodness. Talk about Kathy. I'm not even drinking.
I saw my grandmother today.
Yes, your grandmother's probably younger than I am.
Well,
You both, compared to my grandmother, I think, she's still very, very an awesome person.
Oh, good. Good. Be nice to your grandma.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
yes.
I remember Grandma St. Edna St. Vincent LeMay,
Oh, you never get, I'll admit, you guys, except for the rest of the cast of The House of the May, but they would have left me for death,
Yes.
No, Bridget says Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, Bridget. Be kind. Yes.
Yes. Stay positive, stay strong. We're all in this together.
John says, sorry about the tech. Okay, boomer.
I don't think John is a boomer.
What is he?
What's below boomer? What's behind boomer? Because I think I'm the last year of boomerism.
That would be Gen X, would be after boomer.
I don't know.
So I don't know. Cindy says you can't tell the difference between Kathy and me with the lights off.
Let's put Bones to the test on that one.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a good choice. Good choice. John
sure he
says
would.
just barely.
Barely. Okay. All right.
Just barely.
Yeah. When do boomers end? Are they 60 in the 60s? I don't know. Who knows the years of the baby boomers? It's like 45. Is it 62? Maybe. I mean, I'm beyond that.
64. The internet.
Oh, really?
Said. 46 to 64.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I thought I was at the tail end, but I'm not. But you know what? It's amazing what little I don't have in common with people born in 10 years earlier than me, which would be the beginning of boomers. That's they're old.
Yes, they are. So John Olson says 45 to 65, but
he's.
well,
Google
and
says
now I'm
different.
having a little freeze here, so you'll just have to wait till I come back.
Is it that cold?
I see you now.
I'm back. Amber said tail.
Oh, just like
a beaver tail.
flipping the coin from heads to tails.
Are you a gambler, Josh?
Great question, Amber. Sometimes I am, but depending on the games that people play on, either on slot machines or anywhere else, I still love playing games no matter what.
Yeah. Have you been to a casino?
I have never been on a casino. It's going to be on my tour list once I go on tour.
Yeah.
You're going to try to perform at a casino?
Oh man, I don't know about that. I think Vermont has been the biggest hit for me. Just to spend some time with the house and the rest of the entertainers that I've known for a long time.
Yeah, casinos are fun, but they can be so loud, and especially if they allow smoking. Oh my god!
Oh, yeah,
it's so hard to believe that just within the last 20 years, smoking has gone out of bars and things.
In Vermont, not everywhere. There are still states that allow it, which I just don't get.
Sorry, guys, I'm gonna move into the other.
My goodness, Josh. So Cindy said
you got to do a shot. It's not a sip, a shot.
Yeah, a shot of root beer schnapps every time Amber says tail. A sip's not going to get you very far. Mhm.
Okay, I'm almost plugged in.
Oh, good. Amber was worried.
Yes.
So, who else is out there that hasn't told us what they're doing for New Year's? Let us know.
Yes.
And
We promise not to crash. We won't come knocking on your door.
Yes, and loud smoking who sounds like an old boomer now.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I just said it was loud and smoking.
I said I didn't like it.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not a fan of slot machines. I find them boring. Maybe some blackjack. It's that's
if I
to
was
me.
Yeah.
You have no control over a slot machine. I mean, that's just someone's back in the back room just pushing a button. Oh, let's let them win. Whereas you have a little control over blackjack about accepting cards or letting them pass.
I went to Atlantic City with Rocco one time.
Oh,
that was an adventure.
Yeah, with all the casinos closing in Atlantic City, I thought someone should buy one or two of those and create a gay resort. Just because no one else is going there. I mean, this is before COVID, but are any of the buildings still there? So do they still?
Yeah, there's still a bunch of them there that I know. I think they had built some new ones not that long ago. I mean, Trump's what was that? Taj Mahal is gone, and they were getting rid of the plaza. It sounded like,
yes,
or they're blowing it up soon. But I think there's still a number of casinos there. Yeah. I went a few years ago. Because when I went with Rocco, I actually won on a slot machine. And we went and had dinner and walked out of there with some money. And then they wanted me to come back, of course. So they kept sending me offers for free hotel rooms. So I took like a 3-day trip to Atlantic City by myself one time and went and got this gorgeous hotel room with the view of the beach out in front of me. And this giant bathtub that had windows all around it so you could watch the sunset while you drank champagne and soaked in the tub.
Oh. Well, if you could look out, Russell, people could look in.
No, it was not, you couldn't see in.
If I was at a casino, I would be at Acrosize Mohawk Casino. That's the only place I would go to.
Oh, yeah? No, I haven't been over to that one. Yeah. I've been to Vegas, a few of them in Vegas. I like the old ones. If you go into Old Town Vegas, I really like going into those more than the Strip. Vegas. And then I was in one in some town in Maryland. I think it was outside of Cumberland, Maryland. I was in a small casino there once. But and Columbus, Ohio. I've been in the casino there.
Columbus, Ohio. I think I've been to that place too. I've been many different places.
I've driven by the casino outside of Columbus, Ohio, but I have not been in it. Yeah. Cindy Zook, what casinos have you been in? I bet she's worked a few of them.
Let's see. I mean, I haven't been to any of them quite yet, but I've seen a lot of, views of different casinos if I visited there. But
I was trying to think if I knew Cindy had been to Las Vegas. I'm sure she has, but
I've actually been to Las Vegas only one time, and that's where I got one of the Las Vegas CSI investigation T-shirts that I got for visiting my aunt in Arizona.
One of the saddest things is at the Las Vegas airport is they have the slot machines right there before you get on the plane. Yeah. And there's just people going, oh, just one last chance. I can get all my money back. And,
at the airport, at the airport, they're just rigged to pay out.
Yeah, get your last money.
Yeah, well, they got to make their money somehow, I guess.
Yes, indeed.
I guess They're open again now, right?
Yeah, they have a crazy mayor who said, "Yeah, we're not going to close."
That would not be a problem.
Oh.
Yeah, well, Cindy isn't telling us what Consina. Wasn't she a showgirl?
Her name was Lola, I believe.
Or was she just hanging out with the escorts at the Radisson? Oh, too funny. Too funny.
2021.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to next year anyway.
Just who remembers Y2K? Russell, what did you think about Y2K?
I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I was in Seattle for that New Year's. And so we were way behind everyone else. And it was like, oh, nothing's happening in New York, so I guess it'll be fine.
I wasn't sure. I thought for sure something bad was going to happen. I remember I was supposed to work at Pearl's that night, and around 9:00, I just got sick. Just some bug hit me or something, or maybe anxiety. I'm not sure, but I just had to leave. I remember going home and just crashing.
I remember one time. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, here we go. John says his best Las Vegas story is buying a $150 ticket to Cirque du Soleil show. Oh, for $40 from a young guy whose girlfriend also bought tickets.
Oh, I love Cirque du Soleil. I always seen one show from their, special event that I went to in Quebec, and let me tell you, at the Montreal, to where the Canadians play, they have a Bell Center. And I got to only see one show there. It was really, really great.
Well, I've seen, I think, 7 or 8 Cirque du Soleil shows over the years. And I think, the one that John saw is probably the best one I ever saw. That was a great show, or is a great show.
Yeah, because when Cirque du Soleil was creating one of my favorite pop stars, I was really looking forward to seeing that.
The few times I've been to Vegas, one time I saw Tosh, Daniel Tosh.
Yeah.
He was funny. And Carrot Top. I saw Carrot Top, too. In the
Carrot Top.
He was funny.
Yeah.
But it was in a really small hotel theater. But no, he was funny. He had his props, and the guy's jacked, or he was. He was. I think he had some roidness going on there.
Interesting comment. I'm not sure what that means, but
Nico 001.
Nikio, he's been on before. He's talked to us.
I wonder what his plans are for New Year's.
I bet you sacrifice is involved.
Well, there's been enough sacrifice this year.
I agree.
All right, I'm trying to understand John's comment. My best Las Vegas story is buying a $150 ticket to Cirque du Soleil show for $40 from a young guy whose girlfriend also bought tickets.
I think what he's saying is that the guy bought tickets and the girlfriend also mistakenly bought tickets. So they had extra tickets. So they were selling them.
Okay.
He got the $150 seat for $40 because is an expensive show to see.
Yes.
Cirque du Soleil is not cheap, and that one is one of the pricier ones, I think. But
okay.
I went out there for work, and somebody had said, whatever you do, if you see any Cirque du Soleil, do not miss and so I splurged and bought a ticket, and that's the one that has a swimming pool on stage. That the stage. The floor of the stage drops out and a swimming pool appears, and the people dive into it from up above, and then the floor comes back up. So they actually have divers down in the pool with tanks of oxygen to meet the people who get trapped underneath the stage, and they have to stay down there, and they hand them a tank and they start breathing, and then when they can come up, they come up. And
No tanks.
I don't think I'll ever do Cirque du Soleil, but if I was part of that, I would probably doing the the two shows that I really loved about Cirque du Soleil is they created my favorite pop stars. So they had one show was called Michael Jackson's Mortal World Tour. I saw that at the Bell Center. And then the newest one is Michael Jackson 1, which is in Vegas.
So, Josh, do you think you'll ever see enough Michael Jackson?
Yep, I never got to see him in real life, but what really inspired me to do Michael Jackson is by watching him, perform in different outfits. So that's where I got the idea to create the character Big J, because he likes Michael Jackson and how he can dance and move and sing. So I created Big J.
He does. And away he goes.
Did you see where Neverland was sold this week by one of his former agents, or it was bought by one of his former agents?
Yeah.
What are we going to do with that?
Probably turn it into a museum.
Yep, and Michael Jackson will always be my number one inspiration.
Yep, he was talented, no doubt about it.
Maybe they'll make it into an Airbnb, and Amber can go stay there.
I remember seeing Michael Jackson with a Jackson 5, because he may have been like 2 years younger than me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
you must have made a good, feeling about, when you first saw Michael Jackson. But
it was fun to watch the way he danced and sang with his brothers. Oh, it was very entertaining.
The worst bus trip I ever had across Manhattan was, and I didn't realize it, I was on 125th Street going across on the M60, and it was the day that the Apollo was having the Michael Jackson Memorial.
Oh,
Traffic was not moving, and you couldn't get off the bus, and you were just stuck there. I was miserable.
Yeah, I'll never forget that day. But like I said, there's gonna be a lot of good entertainment to bring my favorite, thing to life. So all of you stay tuned tomorrow at 8:00 Eastern while I get prepared for tomorrow night's show. But you guys are welcome to watch as well.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us tonight, Josh. Really appreciate that. Happy New Year, buddy. We'll see you Sunday.
We'll see you tomorrow and Sunday.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Woo-hoo. Oh, that was fun.
Yes.
Oh, it was nice seeing some of our friends and fans there tonight. We saw Cindy Zook and Tim Cavanaugh. That was nice of him. I just dropped his name, and he's probably just his ears perked up and said, "Someone's talking about me."
Like that. We should, Tim, if you're still watching, you should come on sometime.
Oh yeah, Tim. We'd love to have an update, and catch you, find out what you're doing, and and John Olson, old friend John Olson, and nice seeing Jason Lamont there talking to us. Just really nice. And Bridget was back again. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Some of our fans and some of our followers, and it was a good crowd this evening.
Yes, it was fun to do. All right, but I think my time is about done, Russell.
Yeah, but I think you're stick a fork in you. You're done, Amber. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and we will see you all on Sunday night for the next Amber Live.
It's going to be a great show. Yes. All right. Thank you, Russell. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Happy New Year, everyone.